Hello, and welcome to I only play games that have really good music in them. I've had this menu up for a couple minutes, and I'm really enjoying the little theme song, so we'll see how the rest of the game goes, but pleasantly, well, not surprised. I'm not necessarily surprised it has good music, but happy to hear that it has nice music so far. I'm gonna drink some water, which I'm probably gonna have to do a lot because this is a visual novel, and I have to assume that I'm gonna have to read a lot. Luckily, I think it's like the high estimate I saw for playtime was 2.5 hours, so hopefully I won't kill my voice like I did on my first stream of Costume Quest, but we'll fucking find out, won't we? Alright. Yeah. So I don't know how scary this actually is. We'll find out. I'm a huge baby, so I apologize in advance if I get way too freaked out about something. Yeah. It'll probably be fine. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, but it doesn't take a lot for me, so. Alright, let's get started. Oh boy. Holt. 3 red and 5 black in the discard pile. Of the 6 cards face up on the counter, 2 are red and 4 are black. So 5 red in all, and 9 black. You have no more moves. So you have to bet now. Sure. A large majority of the face-up cards are black. And you know that betting against a streak is usually dangerous. Even though you've already chosen, you decide to stay away from the counter. You can't bear losing again. You think of your grandma Elsie trying to win at solitaire for over 60 years. Too real, I play way too much solitaire. You take a deep breath and keep sweeping. Elsie's been paralyzed from the waist down since she was 21. Your mom was only 2 months old. The winter Elsie taught you to play solitaire, your parents and sister had been dead for almost a year, and you'd already begun to forget their faces. Although you cook for her, do her laundry, bathe, and even dress her, it still feels like she's the one taking care of you. You close your eyes and almost feel Elsie stroking your hair. You're 11 years old again, kneeling next to her bed, crying your heart out. Suddenly, the bell rings and you feel an invisible force trying to drag you into the present. Look through the window, keep your eyes closed. Let's not be a complete freak, let's look out the window. Those fucking kids! The first brat is followed by 2 more. They step on the hose and activate the bell for a second and third time. You don't know what comes over you, but you yell some things at you that you're too ashamed to remember. You justify yourself, thinking that they might be the ones who got into your garage that night. And stole some parts of the replica machine gun you're building. Totally normal. You won't let anyone mess with your project. The Winnin steam machine gun is the jewel of your collection. The kids yell at you, old freak, and laugh, sheltered by the distance. Deep down, you know that it can't be them. How would they know which parts of the machine gun were worth stealing? Anyway, that guard dog's being brought over in a few days, and you'll be able to stop worrying. Oh good, we're gonna get a puppy. Go back in or check the hose. Let's check the hose. You think about what someone told you at the bar about replacing the hose with a thicker one so that it could only be activated by the weight of a car. And what happens if the kids jump with their bikes and land on top of the hose with one of the wheels, you asked? Kids are always gonna find some way to bust your balls, they replied. Go back in. You try to calm down. You look at the shelves and think of the solitaire your grandma taught you. Your grandma always said that everyone has their place in the world, and that people keep dancing around it without ever reaching it. To win this solitaire, you have to stop dancing. You know that the chances of winning are incredibly low. Almost zero. You can't bring yourself to turn over the next card, and decide to start sorting the shelves instead. Doing simple jobs builds up your self-confidence and provides you some illusion of control. Oh boy, what shelf are we gonna pick? Oh boy, they all look very much the same. Oh boy, I'm gonna drink some water while I contemplate this difficult decision. Pick the good shelf. Well, which one's good? Let's go lower, because that has one of everything. Can, box, or bottle. The weed shelf, if only. Let's grab a can. Replace something from... Oh boy, am I supposed to... Oh, I suppose if we could have all the shelves be only one thing. So we could replace something from the middle shelf and have it all be cans. Yeah, organization! We're really doing it. We're really making it happen. Gonna have the best shelves that anyone's ever had. Hell yeah! Look at that. Look what a good... Oh god, no, I have not played Marvel Snap. Illusion of Control trophy earned! Oh, I barely know what it is, but the way y'all are talking about playing it has me terrified. I don't know if I need to be obsessed with the Marvel card game? It's cards, right? Alright, good. One type of product on each shelf. Oh no, that's... Okay, yeah. It's not one of each on each shelf, it's just solid shelf. I mean, why wouldn't your shelf have been like that in the first place? What are you doing here? Oh boy. You scratch your head. This time, sorting the shelves doesn't help. Oh no! You feel the same urgency as before, and you can't think of anything else. Is the card going to be black? You need it to be black. Suddenly the air seems heavy, and you find it a bit difficult to breathe. Oh boy, that's how I react anytime I see anybody. 3 men in black are staring at you. Through the window, you see a black Cadillac by the pump. Man, the fucking men in black are here already. All we did was mess with some shelves. Yes? You wish I can't talk. You wish you'd asked them how they got into the station without you hearing the door open. Or how they left the car there without the bell ringing. But that trembling yes was the only thing you managed to utter. Man, the moose! Hold, the moose? After a few seconds of not receiving any response, you decide to break the silence. Give them directions to the moose or ask them what's up with the moose. Do we know what the moose is? Man, you bought a woman a whiskey. You don't know if it's the right move, but you try to relax and be more friendly. Holt, do you know of a more effective way to socialize? I'm sorry, my idea of being friendly is to be sassy, actually very accurate. You told her the dream about your grandma. A chill runs through your body. It's been a few weeks since that night. And even though you had a good time with Martha and have no regrets, something about the way that these men in black ask their questions makes you uneasy. What do you want to know? Granny in the forest. One of the men farther back lets out a cracking noise. You look at him, believing he's laughing, but the man in black's expression doesn't change. I don't think I would just immediately launch into, like, a fucking dream I had with some freaky men. I think we're gonna ask. No one answers. It's like they're waiting for another response. Oh, fine. Tell you about my stupid fucking dream. My grandma has been bedridden for over 60 years, but in the dream I saw her running through the woods. I always share my dreams with freaky men. My dreams are too boring. My dreams are either terrible or fucking boring. Alright. Start from the beginning. And don't omit any details. You don't know if it's the way they look at you or because of a certain authority in their voice, but you tell them everything about the dream. 5 or 6 weeks ago, you woke up in the middle of the night, certain that something had happened to your grandma. You ran up to her room, and Elsie wasn't in bed. The window was wide open. You ran to it and saw someone walking through the woods. It was her, and she was holding a rifle of the kind your ancestors would have carried in the Civil War. You tried to call out to her. Your grandma started running and shot 2 or 3 times into the blackness of the forest. You were about to go down to find her when a winged figure with glowing red eyes appeared in front of the window and screamed. Hell yeah. Drinking more water, excuse me. I love to be hydrated. You stumbled backwards, and after hitting your head on the bedpost, you lost consciousness. You woke up in your bed and remembered the dream almost instantly. You went up the stairs 2 at a time and opened the door to her room. Your grandmother slept peacefully. On the bedside table was the glass of milk you bring her every night and the deck of cards she uses to play solitaire. She didn't even drink the milk, it's just sitting there? You bring her nasty milk that sits there all night? During the days that followed, you tried to convince yourself that it had all been a dream. Even though you couldn't explain where the little stitches at the base of your skull had come from. Bro. You had literal evidence that you actually bashed your head and you're like, it was definitely not real. What the fuck? After a few seconds, one of the men in black speaks again. The spots on her legs predate her birth holt. What? What is he talking about? Is he referring to the dozens of moles on your grandma's legs? And what do they mean by saying those spots predate her birth? Why are we talking about grandma leg moles? Is this important Mothman stuff that I don't know about? Elsie always makes the same joke when you sponge her calves. Be thankful that you have to clean my legs and not my grandfather's. What a cool, fun joke, Grandma. According to what she told you, her granddad had been shot dead by an experimental weapon early in the Civil War when his legs were ripped to shreds. I'm low on information on leg mole lore. I'll have to start reading. Alright, so Grandpa got his legs ripped to shreds. The Winham steam gun, a machine gun that doesn't appear in any Mothman prophecies and the lake moles. You know, I really thought I had watched that movie once, but I would have to go back and revisit. Okay, so this is the steam gun that we said we were trying to make in our garage. You think about the replica you were putting together in the workshop, and you wonder if it was the men in black who had stolen those pieces. You're not telling anyone else about this visit, Holt. You start to complain when one of the men in black picks up a card from the counter. The top card of the deck. This is very dramatic music for a man chewing on a card. The crunch horrifies you. The teeth of the man in black seem to tear more than simply paper. What in the fuck, dude? Desperate, you throw yourself under the counter and look for the card. Man, I got bad priorities. I'm so ready for us all to learn about legs and moles. This is not where I thought this game was going to take us. He's crunching on the fabric of reality. This man's blowing my mind, fucking up my cards. Desperate, you throw yourself under the counter and look for the card. Your heart is pounding. Oh boy. Oh boy, they're gone. You look out the window and you don't see the Cadillac. You walk to where the car was parked a few moments ago. You step on the hose. And the bell rings. What the fuck? Jack of diamonds. Motherfucker, it's red. You think about the edge one of the men in black tore off. And you remember the noise he made when he chewed it. Was it a threat? A warning? You wonder if you should tell your grandma everything that happened or just keep your mouth shut and keep playing solitaire with a marked card. Spooky! Lee, Chapter 1. I actually just decided on getting a Mothman onesie before I saw the stream or title. Hell yeah! That sounds great. I have I have a onesie that's a nudibranch, which is like a sea slug, and it is the weirdest thing, and I love it so much. So I hope that your Mothman onesie absolutely rolls and is very cozy. Alright. Chapter 1, Lee. Oh, thanks. Sea slugs fucking rule. I like slugs in general, but sea slugs are specifically really beautiful. Oh yeah! Hello, fellow Scott Klopfenstein fan. I think he's still streaming this morning, but I don't like slugs, but sea slugs look like friendly fruit leather. Hell yeah. What could be friendlier than a fruit leather? Lee, what's wrong? Victoria, I told you, it's nothing. That damn pause again. There's something she's not saying. The Mustang purrs. You shake your head, feeling sad inside. The sound of an engine hides no secrets. Lee, you're right. You bite your lip and sigh. Why is everything so damn hard? Victoria settles into her seat. Let's start over, okay? Where are we going? Keep quiet or answer the question. Keep quiet is fucking ominous. We're answering. It's a surprise. Please. No, Vic, have some patience. You'll never forget this night. Boy, I bet she fucking won't. Victoria giggles, and you think that this is the best gift in the world. For a moment, you forget all the previous discussions, your obsessions. A giggle, a friendly gesture, making someone feel good ain't rocket science. Yeah, something's wrong with Lee. You look at the clock and can't believe your eyes. You left your house on time, but you're pretty late. How could you step on the gas? Lee! Lee! You scratch the side of your head. Wow, you really hate being told how to drive. Lee? Why doesn't she just tell you to slow down? You take your foot off the gas. Thanks. You're trying your best. Man, this guy fucking sucks. You really think Victoria could be the one? The one. Your dad once said, the perfect woman doesn't exist. Couples form when people get tired of looking and just give up. Romance. She should leave him. She should. You remember your mother's rants, all those women's names she rattled off as if they were part of an endless grocery list. You won't end up like him. Anything but that. You try to smile and force yourself to be more cheerful. You want a clue? Yes! Victoria looks into your eyes and you feel a warmth on your face that takes you by surprise. You felt the same thing the first time you saw her in college. You keep looking at her for a few seconds that seem like forever. Buddy, that's not good when you're driving. What? Do I have a booger? Where? You can't help laughing out loud and have a hard time containing the urge to kiss her. This man's terrible at driving. Oh no. Give her a clue about the origin, the date, or the myth. All of these are very ominous things to say to somebody, but myth sounds the worst, so let's do it. One would be a source of superstition, but we're talking thousands. A source of superstition? God, we really entered in the middle of a conversation, because that's not a normal thing you say for no reason. A black cat? Victoria looks at you expectantly, desperate to be right. Ever since I got in a car accident, every time I see characters on TVs and movies look away on the road, I assume it's gonna result in a crash. Yeah, I fucking hate cars. I fucking hate cars. I never liked cars, and then I got into an accident that, like, I got blamed for but wasn't my fault, which also was fun for me, and I, like, never wanted to fucking drive again. I've, like, sort of gotten used to it again, but I fucking hate cars. I don't like to be in a car, I don't like to drive a car, I don't like to watch people in shows drive cars badly. I fucking hate cars. Okay, Victoria, desperate to be right about cats. Lee, cold. Give her a clue about the origin or the date. Okay, I guess we get to do all of these. Let's do date. It happened 100 years ago. Victoria answers almost immediately. After all, you're both majoring in history. The end of the Civil War. No, not in 1865. I mean exactly 100 years ago, Vic. Oh, let me think then. You're running out of time. There was a cholera outbreak in 1866, right? Freezing cold. And how twisted do you think I am to set up a date themed around a cholera outbreak from a century ago? Buddy, I don't know. You seem fucking weird. Okay, origin. It comes from far away. Victoria makes a gesture for you to complete the sentence. You just shrug. It comes from far away. I mean, that could be anything. Guess then. The circus? No, Vic. Just give me a minute. You won't guess it unless... You reach out to open the glove box and Victoria grabs your wrist. Better leave it to me. Victoria opens the glove box and examines its contents. A folder, a box, a flashlight. What are you looking for exactly? So let's do folder. Victoria opens a folder and examines the contents. Some papers, insurance details. Do you want me to read some of this? You shake your head. Alright, you picked wrong. I guess under the flashlight. A book. Okay, it's the fucking car handbook. I should've just picked the box. 1966 Shelby Mustang, the car handbook? No, not that. What else? Victoria takes out the box and opens it. Let's see what you've been hiding. You think about saying something, but you instantly regret it and keep your mouth shut. Spare change, a lighter, a pack of cigarettes. Nothing to worry about, I reckon. Keep looking, please. Tell her to see if there's something more. Already got everything out. 1 second, there's this too. Victoria stretches out her hand, and you finally grab the map you wanted. You could have just asked her for... Why can't Why can't men just talk? It was folded against the bottom of the glove box. You start talking, and Victoria interrupts you. Hold that thought while I put everything back. Oh my god. Woman, you can't listen and put things in a box. You put the map on the dashboard while Victoria puts away the folder, the box, and the flashlight. Vic, you know I like it when you... You know I like it tidy in there. Ha, very funny. Vic flicks through the books she found. Boxes are so hard. Red Badge of Courage? Haven't you read this book 1,000 times already? You know she's testing you. Vic knows exactly why you carry it everywhere. The novel that portrays the era you're obsessed with like no other. What the hell is this? Suddenly you remember you're using the pencil sketch that Victoria drew of you in one of your classes as a bookmark. A 3-dimensional shape in a 5-dimensional space. A sketch she begged you, with tears in her eyes, to destroy, and you swore you already had. Man, you drew your girl so bad she wanted you to burn it. Vic, I'm sorry. I swear. Watch out! Oh no! You swerve to avoid a shape in the road. Victoria looks back. Lee? We almost ran that thing over. You put your hand on Vic's shoulder, trying to reassure her. You know what wouldn't reassure me if you almost crashed into something? Taking a hand off the wheel. Victoria points ahead. Just keep your eyes on the road, please. She's doing it again, telling you how to drive. Well, buddy, you're doing a bad job driving. At least this time she came right out with it, instead of just saying Lee disapprovingly. You try to control yourself, but it's hard. It's not just this last thing, but the buildup of all the small gestures. You take the map and throw it on her lap. Victoria raises her arms in disbelief. The Leonides, Victoria. We're going to have dinner watching the Leonides. Victoria says nothing. Forgive me for trying to arrange the perfect date. You try to keep silent, but you can't hold it in. A meteor shower, a phenomenon associated with the passage of the Temple-Tuttle Comet every 33 years. Victoria keeps staring ahead. In 1866, there was one of the most spectacular meteor showers ever recorded. I saw some lithographs in the library. Oh, what? On in 27 minutes. Oh, fuck you, Jay. I was like, what, did I do something wrong? God damn it. I saw some lithographs in the library. Victoria doesn't even move. Everyone makes a wish on a shooting star. Imagine how many wishes you can make with thousands of stars shooting through the sky. Aw, man. Look what you did, Jay. Losing me viewers. Calling me out. I mean, we could have just stared at the opening screen for 5 minutes and I could have dipped. Like, I don't know how to be anything other than rude, Jay. Victoria settles in her seat. This man was like, bitch, you could make 1,000 witches. Isn't this a great date? You know what, Lee? Shut up. You've never heard that tone before from her. Just keep quiet until we reach... She pauses as she examines the map you threw on her lap. Holt Station? Oh shit. You feel your heart pounding. Hey, weren't you just like upset that I said that I was always meaner to people I like, but I'm nice to you? Shouldn't you feel loved right now, Jay? Alright, you feel your heart pounding. Your hands are shaking. That's what she wants? For you to keep quiet? For you not to say a goddamn word? Your hands grip the wheel tight, all the preparations you made for tonight. Your friend Freddie had worked out the ideal place to see them and all their splendor away from the city lights. And when you noticed Holt Station was inside the area, you didn't hesitate. But now Vic had ruined it. Bitches, am I right? What the fuck? Oh no! Something hits the Mustang's antenna. What the hell is that? Stop, Lee, stop! Stop the car, don't stop the car. Look, this dumb bitch wouldn't stop the car, but I will. You slam on the brakes. Instinctively, you put a hand in front of Victoria to keep her from hitting the windshield. You get out of the car and find a dead bat in front of you in front of the headlights. Man, we're killing bats. An animal had hit the antenna and somehow gotten tangled. You can't believe it. What are the odds of something like this happening? Don't bats have some advanced echolocation system, like submarine sonar? What starts as a simple grunt in your throat emerges as a helpless scream. Fuck! This is what I get for trying to do something different. We should have gone to the movies. Lee? Vic's whispering. It doesn't take long to see why. Oh no, we shouldn't have stopped the car. Over there. The coyote is watching you from where the dark of the forest meets the light of the moon. Well, look, my roommate is still asleep. I don't want to, like, fully scream. If I start fully yelling fuck out loud, I'm probably gonna scare them awake, and then they're just gonna come in here and it's gonna be me staring at little Mothman screen like, haha, sorry. Vic, we got this. It's not interested in us. You point to the dead bat. They're scavengers. You hear it growl that quickly multiplies. Aw, fuck. Suddenly you're surrounded. It's not the first time you've faced coyotes in the woods. What is Lee up to? But you aren't taking any chances. When I say run to the car as fast as you can, man, you're right next to the car. You don't need to run. You try to recall all the advice you've heard for situations like these. I know, not nearly enough moths. We got a fucked up bat. We got fucked up coyotes. Where are moths? Unbelievable. Make lots of noise, wave your arms around. One of the coyotes in front of you approaches. Yell and gesture or run to the car. I don't actually know what you're supposed to do with coyotes. I'm gonna take a sip of water and contemplate my options. I feel like yelling might be helpful. Because if we just run, we're just gonna get our legs bit. Play dead. Let's... Mothman played by Goth Girl. Look, I did put on my black lipstick today. I'm all set. Okay, let's yell and gesture. Oh god. Why would I yell at a coyote on the other side of the car? What good would that do? Like, what? Or don't yell right now. Let's do this side. No camera, so lies. You fucking follow me on Twitter, bitch. Go find it. I posted the other picture before I put on lipstick and I was like, nope, I'm getting fancy today. Yell at the coyote on your left and the center to your right. I mean... to my right, because that's the one actually by the car, right? Like, am I overthinking directions? Oh, thank you! It's a good hat. I'm so excited that it's cold enough to wear a little beanie, even though I know, like, in a couple days I'm gonna just be pissed that it's cold. Alright, yeah, unless, I mean, I am classically bad at directions, but I think that's gotta be the one that's closest to me. So... Hey. Oh no. So embarrassing. How will I live? Another coyote advances. You look into its watery, bloodshot eyes. I feel like at this point we could run into the car, couldn't we? Like, that one's away from the door. I mean, am I gonna be stupid and try to run into the driver's seat? Because I honestly think push my girlfriend in and then just crawl in and don't worry about it. Like, just be inside the car, but... Let's yell one more time. On this side, absolutely. God, yeah, because maybe I'm not thinking this through and I am dumbass Lee's gonna run on the other side. Behind you to your right. Oh no. Nothing but embarrassment here today. I swear it was just an embarrassing mouth noise. Don't call me out. I don't think anyone has. Jesus Christ, Jay. I don't think I have done anything exciting enough for a clip yet. If that's where we start, then God help me. I heard nothing. My true friend. Behind you to your right or behind you? This is my one true weakness, directions. I guess just behind me. Oh god! Jesus Christ! The coyote closest to you leaps forward with a savage bite. Encouraged by your screams, the rest of the coyotes soon join the feast. Buddy, we didn't even get to Mothman's. Retry. Wow. 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 I guess retry. Fuck. One of the coyotes in front of you approached. Okay, that starts me literally right before I got mauled to death by coyotes. That's good. Damn. I can't believe... Yeah, I extremely fucked up. You know, we never should have stopped the car. I should have just let my... Shut up. Ugly way to die. I should have just let my girlfriend be mad at me that I didn't want to stop the car, because now we're gonna get murdered by coyotes because I don't know directions. Alright, well if it's gonna just restart me here, then I kinda just want to run to the car and see if that helps. Shove her to the ground and get in the car. She should do that to me. Alright. So yeah, if it's gonna just keep looping us here, then I kinda want to see if we can just run. Now! Nope. Oh, that sound is terrible. Alright. Retry. God, it's so loud and terrible when I die. Who would have guessed? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, yell and gesture. I mean, presumably we have to yell at the one that's right next to me. You know, a lot of... I mean, arguably I would probably be pissing myself in this situation, so there'd be plenty of pee to go around, but... let's go for this side of the car. We already scared the one to my right. So, let's try the left, because that seems like that's the one closest. Hey! Ah, no, he came back! Write the coyote a stern letter. Hey buddy, I don't appreciate you terrifying me for no reason. Is this just gonna bounce back and forth endlessly? Oh my god. Just, yeah. Shit. Exactly how I feel. 3 coyotes advance at once, yelling or waving your arms around won't be enough this time. Bang on the hood, I guess. Kind of surprised we didn't do that sooner. I had told my girlfriend to get on the hood. The trick seems to work, and all coyotes back down. No coyote advance this time. It's your chance to go on the offensive. Throw a stone? I really just want to get in the car. Like, if they all backed off. What do you guys think? Tell me what to do. My feeling is we just get in the car, but last time that I tried to just get in the car, it was very bad. I feel like we're gonna piss them off more if we throw something at them. Start punching with rocks. Alright. I like that it seems very forgiving at restarting, so if this goes wrong, we should just be right back here. You crouch down and find 4 stones. You pick them up. Ugh. I hate this. Let's go for the left. Hey, got rid of 2 of them. Stone flies to the left of the coyote, making the one closest to it also retreat. Throw a stone. Get fucked, coyote. Okay, see, now we have an entire side of the car free, so we should just get in on this side. Ugh. If 2 of these coyotes... Now, are you kidding? You try to reach the car, but ferocious teeth intercept you. Encouraged by your screams, the rest of the coyotes soon join the feast. God damn it. Can't believe I have to throw rocks at all these bitches. Too impatient for this. I just want all the coyotes to leave me alone. Endlessly yelling at coyotes. Bang the hood! Alright, throwing rocks. I think I did to the left last time and I got rid of 2. Hell yeah. Do the same thing and get rid of this one. And then I guess we just keep throwing rocks at the other ones. One less coyote to worry about. Wow. The coyote retreats and you feel more and more confident. Okay. Finally time to run to car. Trophy earned, they hunt in packs. Jesus Christ. Alright, you get in the car, close the doors, and Victoria starts laughing. Although you know the reaction is more adrenaline than anything else, you start laughing too, and then kiss her. Aw, see, all we had to do was get attacked by coyotes and now we don't hate each other anymore. You start up the car, and the V8 roars to life. You resume the trip. After a few wordless minutes, you suddenly remember something. Holt, Vic. We're going to Holt's gas station. Victoria starts whistling. The doubts, the fears, everything seems a bit ridiculous now. I'm taking notes for my next relationship. Yeah, all I have to do is find somebody to go on a date with me and then make sure coyotes are around. Perfect. You think about the plans you made for tonight and smile. You really like to hear her whistle. Fellas, am I right? Nothing better than your lady whistling. Victoria, Chapter 2. Lee turns off the car and looks you in the eye. He smiles. And that smile seriously pisses you off. Yeah! Smile back, tell Lee. You wanna start some shit right after we made up? Let's do it. Before you can open your mouth, Lee taps you on the leg. What a bitch. Wait here, Vic. I swear you won't believe it. You bite your lip and take a deep breath. People are biting their lips a lot in this game. You see him greet someone. Holt? Lee had written Holt Station on the map he'd thrown in your lap 20 minutes ago. He'd written it by hand, and it might as well have said Hort Station or Halt Station. Hell Station, even. Lee's handwriting has always been intriguing to you. You remember that time you mentioned it to him, and he responded with a disproportionate anger. Girl, you gotta get out of here. You shouldn't have been on this date at all. A nonsensical rant which involves several philosophers of language. And all because you told him his handwriting was dreadful. But now you know where those reactions come from. That night you two got drunk by the lake, Lee told you that his father would have wanted to be born ugly. After the initial surprise, you couldn't stifle a belly laugh, and Lee looked down. For a few minutes, he didn't want to tell you anything else. You finally convinced him to continue. I always got what I wanted just by smiling. Ugly people have to develop other muscles. Jesus fucking Christ. Unfortunately, those other muscles are the ones that last. You couldn't believe those words had come out of the mouth of a flesh and blood human being. Maybe some poorly written character from a cheap romantic novel, but Lee's father? You picture Lee that night, throwing pebbles from the shore while telling you everything about his father's teachings. All that frustration. Was that the night you got pregnant? Oh, no. You'd both been drinking. Suddenly, you find it difficult to breathe. The interior of the car feels like it's getting smaller and smaller. You need some air. Girl, you can go get an abortion. I don't know what 1966 was like, but I'm sure somebody can help you out. Please don't stay with this terrible man. Let's say hi, fuck it. Holt, right? Holt seems startled. Hello. This is Victoria, my girlfriend. Be right back, Vic. You see them walk away with a box they took out of the trunk. And from the effort Holt's putting in, it seems heavy. What's inside the box? You're not stupid. You know that Lee has some business on the side beyond his work as an intern at the university. You heard some rumors, and you have your suspicions. However, you never did too much digging. You have to break up with this man. You preferred to keep it a mystery, something to make Lee a little more interesting. You light a cigarette. Will Lee be a good father? No! And the question that you still haven't had the courage to ask, would you be a good mother? No! The clicks repeat at irregular intervals. Small moths. Finally, moths! Small moths approach the light to get electrocuted. Lee would be an amazing dad. You don't know him like I do. Christ. I'm gonna throw up. Is that love, Victoria? You laugh and shake your head from side to side. You think of all the manuscripts you've torn up. You've tried poetry, drawing. History seemed like an obvious choice. You don't need any talent to be a historian. Yo, any historians in the chat? I hope not. I really want... You know, if this game just suddenly became that Mothmen YMCA song, I would be so delighted. Hello? The man talks to himself while holding something in his hand. Lou, have you seen any winged creatures flying over the area yet? Perfectly normal question, perfectly normal introduction. For a moment, you think he's asking some kind of tricky question, and you remain silent. However, something about him tells you that he's genuinely asking. You look at the man bathed in the shine of the streetlight, and the scene fascinates you. Surreal, some of your old friends would have said. The ones that organize poetry nights and read L'Autrement. I hope I said that right. Well, I'll just pretend that I'm very good at saying French things. Just like the idea that surreal is only a thing that a poet would say. Goofy. Excuse me, you are? Oh, yes, sorry. Hill. Lou Hill. Writer. Victoria Greenberry. Yeah, nobody knew the word surreal in the 60s. History student. Winged creatures, Mr. Hill? Lou, please. Okay, you're the one who introduced yourself by saying Hill first. Can I call you Victoria? You nod. I'm looking into about a dozen reports, Victoria. Numerous witnesses claim to have seen human-sized winged creatures flying over the area. Angels? Lou smiles, but the smile doesn't last long on his face. Look there, at the top of the trees. It won't take you long to find one. You aim the area Lou just told you. Everything's blurry, so you decide to adjust the binoculars. I fucking knew it was gonna make me do this. What is a diopter? I'm not smart. It's just adjust the focus. Ah, Christ. Move left. Oh, perfect. Move left again? No, worse. Move right. Let's find out what a diopter does. You move the diopter to the left and notice the change in your left eye. Okay. So they're the same now. Is that good or bad? What the? Trophy earned first sighting. It was just a second, but you think you saw something up there. Was it suggestion? I don't think they're angels, Victoria. Well, buddy, you and I have different ideas about angels. But before I tell you my theory, I need your help. Could you draw in this notebook what you just saw? I mean, it really did just kind of look like a tree. It could have been anything. Telling me to draw what I think I just saw next to a drawing of what someone else thinks they saw, seems bad. If we're talking about, did I only see it because you said I would see it, then maybe drawing right next to someone else's drawing is not going to be helpful. Yes or Yes. At any other time, you'd have refused with some witty comment. But there's something about Lou Hill that invites you to play along. Is it that he's not your shitty boyfriend? You wonder if the fact that he presented himself as a writer had something to do with it. I love to start all my drawings leg first. Oh my god, little owl head, huge owl head, alien-like head. I think we're gonna go little owl head. Draw the body. Small round body with chicken wings! Wide chest with short arms and wings, human chest with huge wings. I think that's... Oh my god, this rules. Draw the legs. Thin insect-like legs, weird bird-like legs, wide hips, and short legs. I didn't really look at its legs. I mean, this already doesn't look like what I saw other than the head. Let's go weird bird legs. Perfect. He's beautiful. Before giving it back, you write some notes further describing what you saw. Lou hadn't asked for them, but somehow they make you feel less anxious. You never felt confident about your work. Trophy earned reliable witness. I did a good job drawing then. Lou looks at the notebook for a few seconds that feel too long. You think about that time you showed your sketches to your art teacher and how he embarrassed you in front of the rest of the class. Motherfucker. What? Sorry. I was talking to myself. You can't help but blush. Victoria? For once, you're glad to hear Lee's voice. All good. Although he seems to be talking to you, Lee keeps staring at Lou. Lou Hill. Writer. Lou holds out his hand. Lee Miller, historian. Lee walks over and puts his arms around you, his back to Lou. Jay, unbelievable. This game's gonna take 2 hours. I'm so sorry. You know he must have been annoyed that Lou introduced himself as a writer. The sexiest job. Although it's hard for you to admit it, you like to be hugged? Wow, we got ourselves a freak here. She likes hugs. You feel safe. You think you would also feel safe in your grandmother's arms, or in the arms of any of the other strong women in your family. What? But the heat of Lee's body, the hardness of his muscles. You remember all those biologist arguments you hate so much, and you can't help but smile. It's like you're cheating when nobody's looking. What the fuck is happening right now? Fucking straight people. Come on, Vic. Let's see the surprise. Yo, bitch, I just saw a fucked up monster and I drew it for a guy. You don't want to talk about that? No? Okay. Close your eyes. I think I'm gonna get shit if I don't close my eyes, so let's just do it. You close your eyes and let Lee guide you. Now open them! It's a fucked up Mothman! Oh. Just a picnic. So, what do you think? Hey, Holt got his dog. A romantic dinner for two under the same meteor shower that amazed our ancestors. You instinctively put your hand to your belly. And when you realize it, you quickly put it in your pocket. You look at the dog tied to the post. Ooh. The dog growls into the dark. I always wanted to have an ominous night picnic next to a scary dog. Alright, time to be Holt. Time to drink water. And be Holt. Moral of the story is don't trust anyone named Lee. I don't think I know any Lees. I think I would have remembered a Lee by now. If I do know a Lee and I've just hurt their feelings, I'm so sorry. You've known Lou Hill for a few months now. The first time you talked to him was at the Moose. Lou was looking for information about some unusual lights in the sky. Nobody would talk to him. Before going to the restroom, you went over to his table and suggested he buys people a drink first. When you got back, Lou was already talking to Rick and Stella, their tongues sufficiently loosened. Lou raised his glass in your direction and smiled. Although it wasn't you who gave him the nickname, you still feel a little guilty. Since that night, most locals refer to him as Lou Refill Hill. Lou, what do you recall about the encounter with these men in black? You smile. What does he mean? It had only been a week. You think about how to answer. You know Lou, he loves asking questions. So you're going to tell him one thing and one thing only, no follow-up questions. Tell him about your grandma's legs. Tell him about your grandma's legs. Oh, God. I think the men in black were telling me not to talk about the dream. I can't remember what they told me not to talk about, to be completely honest with you. I kind of want to tell him about the card, but tell him about your grandma's legs is incredible. Maybe Lou has some mole leg lore in his brain, but the card thing is probably more interesting. One of the men in black bit a card and told me not to tell anyone about their visit. Okay, yeah, they just told me not to tell about the visit. But we've clearly already done that, so it's too late. Lou listens carefully. He seems to hesitate, and you seize the opportunity to change the subject. You know otherwise he'd keep asking you about the encounter all night. Like he's too dumb to go back to it anyway. He's gonna ask you regardless. Red or black? Let's see, last time we were... Oh, it's probably not gonna be my choice. The card. Red. You turn over the card. It's red. Good. It's the solitaire my grandma taught me. Is solitaire so complicated that you need to get taught it by your grandma? No one could ever win it. Oh, maybe it's like a specific style. Lou suddenly seems interested. And how do you play it? Oh boy, are we gonna play fucked up solitaire in this game? Rules are simple, but winning? There's a reason why it's called the impossible solitaire. Let me show you. Oh god. Oh god. The objective is to move every card from the board to the discard pile. You can move any card whose rank is higher or one lower than the topmost card in the discard pile. So one higher or one lower than the top of the pile. So let's say there's a 5 in the discard pile, you can either place a 4 or a 6 on top of it. And remember that if there's a king in the discard pile, you can place an ace. So ace would be higher than king. Ace comes after king, and the opposite is also true. So, 28 cards to move seems easy enough, right? Select a card, turn over a card from the stock. I mean, we don't have anything that's... Oh no, we have something that's one lower. Oh my god, really? Okay. When you're stuck, you can turn over a card from the stock to the discard pile. But to turn it over, you need to make a bet first. Black or red, which one's gonna be? Lose the bet and you lose the game. Man, if my life against Mothmen depends on me being good at solitaire that's fucked up, we're all gonna die. The son of a bitch is almost unwinnable. Let's bet red. We have less red out. Ah, I lost. Oh, for fuck's sake. Solitaire's bad run trophy earned. I'll play one more game just to humor the fucking thing. Right. Select a card. God, this is so irritating that it won't just let me just click on over. And we have a 4. That's a jack, not a 3. Bet black. God damn it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Cool, we played fucked up solitaire. You hear barking from the back of the station. That noise was barking? Trent. Is this dog named Trent? When they brought him in, they told me his name was Chase. Fuck it, it's Trent for me. You know Trent, right? From the Moose? Tall, prominent belly and a scar parallel to the growth of his beard. You laugh heartily. Blue Hill might be a bit of a pain in the ass, but no one could deny that he was good with the descriptions. I mean, he's a writer, he fucking better be. You think about the book he's given you. He signed it and everything. Where did you leave it? I call him Trent because he barks like Trent on an open mic Tuesdays. Come on, let's go to the garage and see the machine gun. Ooh, the garage! Okay, time to drink more water. Victoria. So is this his idea of a special date? Man, okay, Lee sucks. Not gonna argue for Lee. But if someone took me out for a night picnic to watch some fucking meteors, yeah, that would be pretty cool. Looking at shooting stars while holding your hand. Telling you his plans for the end of the semester. You can't stop thinking about the raw strength of the hug from a minute ago. You know, when I think about getting a hug, what I want out of it is raw strength. Or how he scared the coyotes away by yelling and throwing stones at them. You think about your friend May, all those dark fantasies she told you about. Oh no. But holding hands like this, smiling and talking and looking into each other's eyes, feels like giving up, doesn't it? So what do you want then? Maybe she should be here. She wants him to be an angry piece of shit. That's terrible of me. I shouldn't have said that. But also, like, you're mad that he's nice to you right now? What? You know you're to blame, too. Aren't you playing the perfect girlfriend role? Don't you make eyes at him? Don't you say love whenever you call him? So is this it, Victoria? Is this what you want for the rest of your life? Why don't you make up your mind just for once? You think of May again, of those women she'd claimed to know who could solve your situation using a coat hanger. The options of the 60s. Bleak. You wouldn't be the first or the last. I can't believe that's supposed to be a dog bark noise. That's horrid. The dog barks like a maniac, and you appreciate the distraction. A mixture of guilt, anguish, and apathy takes over you. I mean, it's not much better. It's slightly better. Because if you're lucky, you can travel. If you're lucky, you can get mail and stuff. It's not only rip your body apart with the coat hanger, but it shouldn't be as hard as it is even still. It's fucking horrible. And now what? Why is he looking at you like that? Why doesn't he say anything? Has he asked you a question? Answer anything? It would be funny just to say some random bullshit, but considering this is a life problem I have, I just have to ask people to repeat things. I said if you're excited about the doors. I'm so excited about the doors. Of course you are excited. The doors, Victoria. Freddie told me they're about to release their first album, and it seems they'll be playing in New York. Are we going to see them live again, then? He's thinking about it. He's considering. Oh. Sick. Wow. This is what love looks like. Even though you try, you gradually stop listening to him. Hesitancy returns, and all those questions. And the fucking dog won't stop barking. What had been a distraction is now driving you crazy. What the hell is wrong with him? Shooting fucking stars. Why don't you make a wish, Victoria? How about going home, covering your head with a pillow, and sleeping for 18 hours straight? You feel like crying and try to calm down. Maybe Mothmen will solve all of my problems. Those eyes. That creature you thought you saw in the treetops with Lou's binoculars. Had it been real? Not just your imagination? Aw, he's mad. Vic? You know what? I'm tired of it already. Exhausted. I've been trying and trying for more than 10 minutes. Can you tell me what's wrong with you? She's discovering her Mothman kink. That's what this game's really about. It's about us all looking into our hearts and deciding that we love a Mothman. At least, like, I've been trying for 10 minutes and 10 minutes is too long. Fuck you. You stay silent. You need to think. But Lee's right. It's not fair to either of you. With so much noise, it's impossible for you to concentrate. Like, how is he not bothered by this dog? You know they're all excuses, though. Winged monsters don't exist. It's just your brain desperately trying not to focus on what's important. The sudden scream chills your blood. Yeah! I mean, I'm sorry about the dog, but yeah! Silence takes over everything. Have you met Lee? Tall guy with a blonde girl? He made xerographic copies of some of the docs I've used to assemble this beauty. Where did he get the docs from? You bite your lower lip, again with the lip biting. Do all writers ask so many questions? Lee works at the university in the history department. Lou adjusts his glasses. You don't know why, but that gesture irritates you. Oh, well, too bad, because I gotta adjust my glasses. The Winans doesn't work like a normal machine gun. Normal machine guns use gunpowder to fire projectiles. Do you know what the Winans uses? Centrifugal force. Interesting. Lou repeats the gesture with the glasses. Today, Lee brought me some ketchum grenades. Do you know about ketchum grenades? Lou shakes his head and readjusts his glasses for the third time in less than 5 minutes. Maybe he has bad glasses. You take a deep breath. Say it doesn't matter and leave the garage or tell him about grenades. I want to learn what ash ketchum grenades are. Although you can't stand Lou refill Hill's tick, you enjoy talking about your collection of Civil War weapons. Ketchums are similar to footballs in shape. They have to land on their nose to explode. They were highly inefficient in Port Hudson, for example. The Confederates used sheets to catch them without exploding, and then threw them back at Union soldiers. Lou was about to say something when you hear a scream that makes your blood run cold. You grab the shotgun without thinking twice. It's coming from the back. Come on. You don't have a good feeling about it. Something's not right. Oh my god. Trent, no! Oh god. Jesus. Although it feels like a dream somehow, you know. The creature is real. Your dog's suffering is real. And there'll be no waking up from this. My poor dog. If we run to him, nothing's gonna happen. We're shooting him. We're shooting Mothmen. I'm so sorry, Mothmen, but you killed a dog. Shit. But you don't have a clean shot. I don't have a clean shot? I don't know anything about how to shoot things. Alright, run to Trent. You hear the muffled moans of your dog, and the fury blinds you. You drop the shotgun and grab onto the chain. Son of a bitch is going to strangle Trent. I don't know that pulling on the chain is great. I think we might be able to pull him away, but let's ask for help. Come on, hurry! But before they arrive, you feel the pull, and the floor disappears underneath your feet. We're holding on. Oh no! Although you managed to hold on for a few minutes, you finally let go and fall into the thick of the forest. Tree branches penetrate your body, and you die before reaching the ground. Oh man, alright, I guess we have to let my dog go. Holt! You know you should hit the floor soon. Don't move. Listen to Vic, Holt. Her sister's a nurse. It's extremely scientific medical advice to tell someone just to not move. No bones seem to be broken. My dog. Victoria and Lee help you to your feet. Lou doesn't take his eyes off the winged creature for a single second. He let go. He just let go. What? 1 second. I know where your dog is, Holt. Wait a minute. Got something in the car. Let's go. A gift from Freddy. Cool, right? You try to get up, but you feel dizzy and stumble. Victoria gives Lee a disapproving look and helps you keep your balance. Follow me, says Lou. Thanks. You would have liked to smile at her. After all, Victoria just wants to help. But I can do it by myself. You get your rifle and walked with the rest into the blackness of the forest. Oh, the dog's not going to be alive by the time we get there. I'm drinking more water, excuse me. We should go in that direction. No! I think we should go that way. Lee, you don't know a goddamn thing. Lee. Now what? The place where Trent fell. I've calculated it by projecting the point where the creature dropped on this map. You've calculated? You've calculated, you say? Weren't you a writer? Lou, don't mind him. Do what you want. Constantly checking the map, Lou leads the group on. We should be close. There. Your heart is pounding. Please. Compress his chest, use both hands just like that. We better save Trent. How curious. Did you know that the cardio... Oh, Christ. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Okay, did you know that the cardiopulmonary resuscitation procedure was discovered by Dr. Knickenbocker while he was trying to save a dog? As he speaks, Lou carefully examines the tops of the trees. It was at Johns Hopkins University. Victoria rests her hand on yours and moves her head from side to side. You stop pressing, and a few tears roll down your cheek. The interesting thing is what happened to the dog afterwards. I mean, I want to know what happened to the dog afterwards. But I feel like in the moment I would tell him to shut the fuck up. Okay, good, Victoria. Shut it, Lou! Lou adjusts his glasses. You look at Victoria. You are too afraid your voice would break to say thank you. Why didn't you shoot? Why didn't you try to blow the creature's brains out? Okay, to be fair, I did. Deep down, you know that's just the guilt talking. And that maybe there was nothing you could have done differently to save him. Lee? Have you seen Lee? You stand up and look around. Lee's gone. Ooh, Lee's gone. Okay, I'm gonna take an extremely quick break. So I will leave you on this very exciting Lee screen. I will be right back. Very quick break completed. Alright, let's find out where Terrible Lee has gone. You walk faster to keep your thoughts at bay. What the hell is wrong with her? Why does she even listen to him? Wow, you are a fucking baby. Writer, says the fucker. What a loser. You walk through the woods confident that you will be the one to find Holt's dog. Oh, buddy. You're gonna get Mothmaned. What then, Vic? What weird little face will you make? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hello? You feel like someone is watching you. You're walking through a dense forest area where the darkness is almost total. You walk even faster than before. Finally, you reach a clearing and look at the sky. The meteor shower is gaining intensity. Your heart is in anguish, and you find it hard to breathe. Are you watching the Leonids, Victoria? Are you? You hold your head in your hands. Cry? Don't cry. There's no time in my life when I don't cry. Trophy earned macho cry. The last time you cried like this, you were 16. You'd come home early and found him hitting your mother. Oh, Jesus. You tried to separate them, and your father took it out on your ribs. His blows were like a rain of sledgehammers, and his breath reeked of alcohol. He pushed you against the wall, and you ended up on the floor. Your mom was clutching your head when your dad took a deep breath and kicked you in the stomach. Won't hit you in the face because it's the only thing you've got going for you. And one day, you won't have it anymore. I feel bad for Lee, but Lee is also still a jerk and should go to therapy, even though it's the 60s. You carry your father's photo in your wallet, not to remember how good he looked. Hell no. Whenever the pain was too much, you'd scratch his entire face until his features blended with the cuts in the paper. Again, therapy. What the? You seem to hear something. A kind of rumor? You think of the noise hands make when they shake the dust off an old volume. A river? You try to think about the map you've got in the car. You can't remember seeing a river here. Further west, sure, but here? As you get closer, you hear it more clearly. You feel a kind of calm. Not peace, but numbness. Suddenly, the whitest light you've ever seen floods the ground. Even when there's no river nearby, the sound is deafening. What? You feel the light pulse with painful intensity, as if millions and millions of red ants were sinking their little jaws into your skin. This is very unpleasantly loud. Pain turns into light. You want to scream, but you have no mouth. Nor larynx, nor lungs. And the light that precedes everything consumes you. You don't know how long it takes. You feel the urgency of what is yet to be, and white makes you desperate. Question mark, question mark, question mark? A goat? He is now one with the lamp. I love this goat. Oh, I love this goat, man. You feel the white light leaving your body, and you hear your own voice screaming at the top of your lungs. Man, these men in black aren't helpful. Fucking shitheads. You drop to the floor and cover your head with both hands. You're filled with a sense of completeness that you cannot explain. We all need a little darkness. Victoria! Lee? Where's that idiot? He's having a spiritual experience, Victoria. Calm down, Victoria. Lee knows how to take care of himself. Questionable. Holt's right. Lee's going to show up eventually. Did you know that he chased away a pack of coyotes with screams, some stones, and a blow on the hood of his car? No, nobody knows that, Victoria. I mean, drink water about it. Lou smiles. You wonder if it's authentic or a calculated gesture to show some empathy. Holt? What? What's your business with Lee? Holt looks at you for a few seconds before answering. You think of one of the computers at the campus. The IBM 7040. You know what it's called because you once wrote a poem with that title. Holt is like that computer. From the outside, it's impossible to tell what it's evaluating before giving you an answer. I shouldn't tell you anything. Holt lowers his voice. But you shut Lou up back there, and I'm going to make an exception. Trophy earned no secrets. Holt tells you about Lee's business, the sale of original Civil War pieces, the xerographic copies of historical documents. Don't worry. He knows what he's doing. You hear twigs snapping. Who's there? Grandma? Fuck yeah! The sight of Holt's grandmother holding an old rifle mesmerizes you. The whole thing looks like an image from some Wyeth painting. A wet dream for almost any of your classmates. An image that not only defies gender stereotypes. This is fucking stupid. There's nothing more easy to imagine than a grandma carrying around a big fucking gun and not taking any shit. That feels like, if you're in the right part of the country, that's just extremely normal. But also demolishes social constructs like that of a grandma in classic stories. Victoria, you gotta open your mind. The expression on Holt's grandmother's face changes. Her features soften. My legs. Grandma! Oh no, she saw someone who knows she's paralyzed and it all came back to her. Holt picks up his grandma and helps her sit against a tree trunk. He looks at his dog's corpse and beckons you to come closer. I need to bury Trent before carrying on. You nod your head. How do you feel, ma'am? Confused. Here, Victoria. You didn't hear him approach. You grab the handkerchief without thinking twice. A strange feeling runs through your body. Shouldn't you have at least considered some other option? What? Clean up her legs. You rub the handkerchief against your calves and gradually remove the mud stains. I'm sorry, why are we worried about cleaning up her legs? Scrub harder. I was probably your age when I stopped feeling my legs. Holt's grandmother sighs and closes her eyes. Have you ever... I can't believe that leg moles is such a fucking thing in this game. Have you ever seen so many moles together? Lou speaks almost in whispers. You wonder why. Let's go. Lou picks up the old rifle and examines it briefly. Holt looks at you with an expression you can't quite make out. Are you okay? No, you're not okay. But what are you gonna tell him? That you're pregnant? That your boyfriend is missing? That winged creatures out of old pulp magazines are apparently more than just fiction? You walk for a while in silence. What was... Try to think of something else, Victoria. A few minutes ago, you all started hearing the screams, noticing sudden movements in the treetops. We're almost there. You find it hard to believe what you're seeing. Why are all these creatures flying over the gas station? Interesting. Holt punches Lou in the shoulder. What? Interesting? Did you find it interesting what they did to Trent? We're not in one of your cheap books, Lou. A sudden silence befalls the group. Suggest a plan. I'm gonna take a drink of water and then probably suggest a plan. I mean, I'm not sure what the plan's gonna be. Listen. No, you just cover me. Oh, you motherfucker. You close your fist tightly, trying to exercise the impotence you feel. Was it that hard for him to hear what you had to say? You shake your head from side to side. What's even the plan? Running with his grandma on his arm? Why does he have to be the hero? Aw, Holt, you dipshit. The shriek chills your blood. Fuck! Lou looks at you as if waiting for something. How many bullets in your rifle? 3. Hope it's enough. Oh god. It's not. Holt and Elsie are halfway to the gas station. 2 winged creatures on the street lamps. The light, Victoria. These creatures seek the light. Tell Lou to take aim, run to Elsie and Holt. Take aim. I feel like farthest lamp might give them a chance. Because we only have 3 bullets, and we probably don't want to use them all, but if we use... I feel like if we start farthest, that gives them a chance to start moving. But I'm not certain. Shoot. 3, 2, 1. You have 2 bullets left. Okay, I kind of hoped that they would start moving, but they're not moving. We're definitely gonna end up having to do this over again. Alright, aim for center. Well, wait, so we shot the Mothman, but we didn't shoot the light? Because I also did expect that to get darker. Yeah, no, he's shooting the light out. The winged creature flies to the farthest pole, and it does so over Holt and Elsie's heads. Desperate, you run to help. Okay, well, I didn't choose to do that. The winged creatures rush at you. The pain blurs your vision, and you lose consciousness. Alright. So definitely if we run to them, we're gonna die. I don't understand why it had us run when we still had a bullet. Oh. So maybe we just shoot out a light and then shoot one creature? Let's find out. Trial and error. Too far away. Okay, cool, we wasted a bullet. Sick. Let's just do the closest lamp then. We're gonna die again. It's fine. Shooting the farthest away one was bad. Shooting the lamp on the other side was bad. If we run now, it's gonna be bad. Like, I have no reason to think it won't be bad. Ugh. I mean... No, we should be able to reach everything on this side. Because it was just the left that was too far. Part of me wants to just, like, knock out the light and see if that freaks them out, but... I'm not sure that it's a good idea. Because, like, we got lucky with the coyotes. Okay, cool, it did nothing. Fantastic. Ugh. Something different happened. Okay, we know we can't reach the one on the left. Yes! The two creatures fight, take flight, and get lost in the night. Hell yeah! All clear. Help me with Holt and Elsie, and let's inside. Let's inside fast. Is someone going to make a wish? You laugh under your breath. You look at Holt, and he looks away. You wonder if he's pissed because you saved him. You better fucking not be. You still can't believe everything that happened tonight. You know that as soon as you stop to think, you touch your belly and fight back the tears. Lou looks at his watch. Scary! The Leonids are reaching their point of highest intensity. The screeching is deafening. Freaking creatures! I think I saw one in a dream. Lou is about to add something, but suddenly falls silent. You approach the window and rest your hand on the glass. You can't stop looking at their dance. Before meeting Lee, you'd had some experiences in college. Experience by which you sought to open the doors of your perception. Oh, so you took drugs? Lee doesn't know, and you don't know how he would react if he found out. But the strange dance of these creatures in the sky beats anything you experienced while tripping. Mothmen, better than drugs. Holt! They called him the Javaro of the Hills. What he did lacked a ritual component. It had nothing to do with the taxidermy business, even less with mummification. His shrunken animal heads were art, sold as collector's pieces. One afternoon, Liam, his only nephew, stole a bear head. The head had been emptied of viscera and was floating in solution his uncle used in the early stages of the miniaturization process. Liam lifted the head out of the bucket, wiped it dry, and put it on, like a helmet. He stripped naked, left the house, and ran into the village. Liam entered the church in the middle of mass, screaming at the top of his lungs, waving his arms up and down as if he were clawing. One of the congregation members pulled out a gun and shot him. You remember the sheer terror you felt when you saw the bear man running towards the altar. This is worse. What a fucking story. Ugh? Worse? Worse than what? Tell them about Liam. I don't know what the point would be in telling them about a bad time I had. But, like, I also kind of want to do it. You tell him the story of Liam and his uncle, the Havaro of the Hills. Somehow you feel safe telling them stories from the past. As for what's on the other side of the window... This fear can't be any more present. Got some clippings from the case. Liam's story was an unfortunate event. It explains what happened to him, but it also provided an all-too-easy explanation for other sightings in the area. The dog man? The owl woman? Many people told me stories about similar creatures in the moose. Lou adjusts his glasses. Lou, refill Hill. You think I don't know what they call me in town? It may be true that some people make up stuff to get a beer, but imaginations have limits. And in the long run, we tend to rely on real experiences when telling a story. Mothmen. They're somehow related to the Leonids and the gathering of all these creatures. Oh, this game has been extremely weird. Extremely weird. It's been very fun. Maybe he's right, and all the creatures outside started to appear after the aerial dance of these Mothmen? Ask why Mothmen, or check on your grandma. Like, I know what the responsible thing to do is, but I want to know why Mothmen. Mothmen? Why the name? Moths are attracted to light. You look at the sky illuminated by dozens and dozens of shooting stars, and you nod. You like the name. Not because of Lou's explanation, but because you know it's easy to squash a moth. This isn't the first time that Mothmen have appeared during the Leonids. I'm positive I'm saying that wrong. Among some other references, they're mentioned in the oral histories of the Ojibwe? I'm so sorry. Collected in the diary of a Jesuit missionary in 1683 who even dares to draw them. Many believe that the creatures described in this diary are thunderbirds, but the Jesuits' drawings look more like Mothmen. And the most interesting part is that he draws lines around them. Some researchers think that these lines are kinetic, a way of representing the speed of the creatures. Lou slides a finger across the glass following the trajectory of a shooting star in the sky. But I think these drawings depict Mothmen with the Leonids in the background. We're talking 1633, 1666 maybe. Okay, now I have to check on my grandma. Grandma, better? What are those shrieks, love? Oh my god, I love the tick. I love the tick so much. Oh, I'm completely losing his name right now, though. Arthur. Arthur. I adore Arthur. Did you watch the Amazon tick show? Because as much as I've liked other tick stuff, I really think that show was amazing. I'm so upset that they canceled it. And I desperately want to dress up as that version of Arthur for a Comic-Con or a something at some point. Right, Elsie, it's so good. It's so good. Elsie, what are those shrieks, love? It's painful for you to see how confused she is. 1 second. Okay, yeah, you have to. It's like, I remember feeling kind of like, I don't know, I don't think this is gonna be very good. And then I watched it, and I think it is genuinely one of my favorite shows ever. Like, it is so good. Like, we were showing it to someone after we had already watched it. Me and my roommate were showing it to someone else, and like, I couldn't believe like how ready I was to watch it again. Like, it's so good. I don't rewatch a lot of stuff, but I wanted to rewatch that, so absolutely recommend it. Okay, hold 1 second. You turn on the radio. Static. Move the dial to the left or the right. Let's go right. Oh, slightly better static. No. No matter which way you turn the dial. Okay, cool, doesn't matter. All you hear is static. You'd never sung at the Moose. Not even on those nights when everyone egged you on and the booze in your system had drowned your inhibitions. Almost without realizing it, you start singing the lullaby Elsie used to sing to make you sleep. Although more than 40 years have passed, the words come to your mind one after the other. You close your eyes and caress her hair, singing all the time. As soon as you feel the rhythmic breathing of your grandmother, you get up. What was that? Oh, it's my shitty boyfriend. Lee? Victoria tries to hug Lee while he babbles something you don't understand. At no time does he look up. Where the hell have you been? Victoria. I thought... But he's here. Give him some space. Thank you. Lee takes a few seconds to start speaking. I'm gonna drink some water. Excuse me. As per usual, hydration is important, everyone. I think I got lost in the forest? Babe, take it easy. Victoria grabs his arm, and Lee tries to smile. I thought I heard the sound of a river, and I felt someone looking at me. After walking for a while, the noise was deafening, but there was no river. Lee starts to cry. Victoria tries to calm him down. As soon as he regains his composure, Lee keeps talking. And then came the light. I don't know how to explain it. It was as if I could see everything and nothing at the same time. And a goat looked up to the sky to watch the shooting stars. It stood on two legs, like this, you know? Just like us. What the hell is going on? How did he get all the way back here with no problems and he didn't see any of the creatures? I think the time has come. Let me tell you a few things. Lou clears his throat and begins to speak. Although you can't stand his tics or his false dramatics, you want to know what's going on. The Leonids occur every 33 years. Some are intense, like those of 1833 or the ones in 1866. Others are weak, 1899 for example. And those are the ones we have records of. You notice that Victoria grabs Lee's hand. Lou walks over to the window and points to the sky. This year, they're intense again. 1866, 1966. Why a 100-year difference and not 99? That 1-year discrepancy bothers me too. And I think it has to do with the problems of our calendar and the periodic adjustments that we are forced to make. Tell me, have you ever seen a medieval manuscript? No one answers. We have 2 history students here. No one answers? Just as you're about to open your mouth, Lou continues. They are usually adorned with warrior rabbits standing on 2 legs. Do you think these rabbits came from the imagination of medieval scribes alone? Yeah, buddy, I actually do. Have you seen, if he starts talking about all the snails, the giant snails that you see people fighting in medieval pictures, I'm gonna lose it. Those rabbits existed, and they were annihilated by man. Each meteor shower spawns new bipeds. This is some... Jesus Christ. Alright, sure, why not? And it was in one of those storms that mankind arose. What makes us different from all of them is that we survived. By destroying any other biped that came along. Or by reducing them to the realm of gossip or fiction. Outside, the creatures begin to fight. Why? What motivates them? And what about Lou? Should you believe everything he says? I don't know, man. Lou seems a little full of shit suddenly. After all, Lou is a writer. Your grandma's cough sounds like the noise of a tractor's engine refusing to start. Grandma? You have to kill them all! The voice with which she speaks seems to come from much further back than her throat. We had a secret weapon, and we would use it to finish off the upright beasts. But they decided to test it in the war. Elsie? What are you talking about? I wanted to take the Winhams from the battlefield, and they Your grandma caresses her legs. I just want to finish the mission. Victoria and Lee look at each other. Lou walks up to you and tells you in almost a whisper. Jesus Christ. I bet the moles on your grandma's leg correspond exactly to her grandpa's wounds. Did you ever tell Lou about your grandma's legs? I didn't. I specifically chose not to, but I'm seeing now that I made a terrible mistake. You're confused, and Lou seems to notice. It's not just free beers at the Moose, Holt. People tell me things about your grandma's legs. Lou speaks softly, but his words resonate loudly in your head. The moles on your grandmother's legs, her grandfather's legs, riddled by bullets in the Civil War. Could it be that Elsie's grandfather was talking to you through your grandmother's body? The Winans? The Winans! A project that had obsessed you for a long time, and now you think you know why. You decide not to think too much about Elsie, her grandfather, the moles, the men in black. You're terrified that behind all your decisions, something more than your own free will was at work. Come on. So, my family is haunted by ghosts, and that means leg moles and obsessions with Civil War? The Winans! Quick, let's get her out. No, it's still not working. What do you mean it's not working? It has some kind of safety mechanism, and I still haven't been able to assemble it successfully. Here, see? Oh man, am I gonna have to do a fucking puzzle? The elves! You look at Lou with curiosity. On the blueprints, those elves are the rubric of a secret society founded in the middle of the last century. It's not so secret if you know about it, is it? Lou doesn't answer you. Why the L? 'Cause we're all taking a big L here, Victoria. Some say it's because of the way the knight moves on a chessboard. Others say it's because of Lewis Carroll, the author of Alice in Wonderland? Exactly. Interrupt the explanation or let them keep talking. Let them keep talking. Lou closes his eyes, holds a hand to the bridge of his nose, and clears his throat. Can this guy be any more affected? A stick I found that weighed 2 pounds. I sawed it up one day in pieces of 8 of equal weight. How much did each piece weigh? Everybody says 1/4 pound, which is wrong. A riddle at this moment. Victoria strokes her chin and Lee nods his head slightly, as if he's counting something. Do you think it's time for a riddle, Lou? Lee raises his hands and moves aside. You take a deep breath. It shouldn't be that hard to find the right configuration. Examine pieces. Okay. I mean, presumably it's telling us what to do up there, but I'm not really seeing this as clearly as I think it wants me to, so... okay. Hmm. Okay. I hate this. Test the piece of the machine gun. No, that's probably not ready. Nope. I don't know what this is supposed to look like. This sucks. We made an L. I totally did it right. It's all solved. It's all good now. I hate this. Okay. You're occasionally making L's in some places, but I don't think we're doing this right. This is terrible. Looks like I have to assume we're trying to copy what's up top somehow. But I'm not totally certain in what way we want to be doing that. Alright, let's... I get the feeling if we test it that it's gonna just explode and we'll die. Let's see if we can... do something like this. No, because it doesn't really match up, does it? It's entirely possible I'm overthinking this in some way, but... Makes sense, not gonna match up. Ugh. This is horrible. Ugh. This is thrilling content, I know. But I hate puzzles, and I especially hate this kind. I feel like my spatial awareness being bad translates very clearly to video games. It's like one has to guess that we're trying to copy that up there, but I don't really know how we're gonna do that. Ugh. I would love to just Google this. And God knows I may. It's like I don't think we even have enough space like across the top rows, or across any of the rows to make exactly what's there. And I'm also very certain I'm overthinking this. Goodness. Let's just see what happens when we blow up. Okay, it just doesn't work. Lou, will you help me? You'd like to tell her one of the stories you know about Lee just to wipe the smile off her face, but you keep quiet. You know that the situation has everyone on edge, and you're no exception. Talk to Lou. Please, Lou, help me. What was that about the order, Lou? Lou smiles. His smile seems authentic, and you listen to him. The poem I recited to you earlier is by Lewis Carroll, and it's mentioned in one of the manifestos of the Order of the L. A stick I found that weighed 2 pounds. I sawed it up one day, and pieces of 8 equal weight. How much did these weigh? What does that have to do with flipping around a stupid fucking puzzle? Hey bud, what does that have to do with this flippy puzzle? We don't have time for you to find the answer. Lou looks at you and you shake your head. So I'm going to tell you. The answer is not 1/4 pound like everyone says. The answer is a little less than 1/4 pound. You have to take into account the weight that is lost with the dust when you saw the stick. Lee snorts and Victoria bites her lip, again with the lip biting. The answer may not convince you, but for the Order of L, it represented something important. The answer highlights the difference between abstractions and the real world. In an abstract reality, cutting a branch does not produce dust, but it does in our daily life. One of the main goals of the Order was to bring their riddles, games, and puzzles to the real world. Puzzle historian trophy earned. Lou stands next to you. Can I try Holt? Please, for the love of God, yes. They're screaming outside. You look at your grandmother, or rather, your grandmother's grandfather possessing her body. You wonder if you should accept Lou's help or keep trying yourself. Oh my god, I'm taking Lou's help. Either way, you're grateful that Lou has stopped talking. Please, Lou, help me. You move to the side and leave Lou in front of the safety mechanism. The mechanism locks into place with a click. Okay, I genuinely don't see anything that makes me feel like this makes sense. Like, I really want to see this and be like, oh, I understand now. Did we just make a bunch more L's? Like, was I almost doing something, but I hadn't quite done it? I think I was overthinking it. The rotation of the Earth really makes my day, trophy earned. Sure. Although outside the creature's shouts are getting louder, you can't help but feel a certain happiness. The Winans is finally complete. Now everybody out! Elsie stands next to the Winans, holding a rifle. Lee, Lou, and Victoria stand back a little. You crack your knuckles and take a deep breath. At the helm of the Winans' steam-powered machine gun, you feel something strange. You find it hard to put into words. It's as if somehow the present has given way to the past. Rabbit men! They are weak creatures! Cannon fodder in the war against the upright beasts. Center? Yeah, get wrecked, bunny. This has got to start getting complicated soon. Boy. Aim to the right and we can get to. Left. Boy, my directions. I don't know them. Wait. Yeah. Oh, well, gee, that seems easy. Beware of the dogmen! They're behind the rabbit men. The dogmen are more resistant than the rabbit men. And if you hurt them without killing them, they get mad. Well, I don't think we have a choice but to aim down the center. Like, what else do we do? Oh no. Oh no, he mad. Oh, he big mad. Eat this bullet! I mean, now we're in like a whole other level of rabbit men and dog men. I don't know what we're doing. I'm here to cover you, but don't get too confident. I can kill one upright beast, and then I need to reload. Oh, Christ. Ah, yes, the Animal-Man cinematic universe. Hey! Where are you going? I don't know what happened. Okay, so we can take out the rabbit men with one hit, but then the dog men are gonna move up. And I think I can only kill 2 in each row? This is terrible. I did not watch the 2020 Invisible Man. Oh, but maybe if they advance, they'll be easier to kill? So maybe we do to the left. Maybe we do to the left, and one is still alive and Grandma kills it. And then we do the center, and those will be gone in a hit. And then maybe when those are closer on the other end, we can get them all. I'm not really certain that's gonna work, but let's give it a shot. It seemed like we could get, yeah, we could get through 2, but then he's gonna live. We're gonna kill him. Oh, we might not have time to kill the ones on the other side. We'll find out. Oh, okay. I was overthinking. Okay, cool, that worked. Oh no! The 2 men and the woman. Gone. Deserters. Well, they didn't have weapons. What were they gonna do? Stay shooting bipeds, send Elsie to look for the rest. Why do we need to look for them? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Like, maybe they got away to help us do something, or maybe they just got away. They weren't gonna be able to do anything anyway. And also, I don't know what these deer need. You take a deep breath and try to focus. And those creatures over there? Mothmen! If you manage to wound them without killing them, they go crazy and run like a stampede. You can take advantage of them to generate a chain effect. If we aim towards just the one by itself, we're only going to piss off the dog. And we're already going to lose her. And the dog is going to come up once I do what I'm about to do. Let's just fucking see what happens. Alright, go nuts. Hey, we did it. Faith, huh? What is faith? Well, the aesthetic is good. I'd be interested to play something else that looks like this. Okay. Kind of tempted to just start a stampede again and see how that goes, but I think we'll actually be in trouble because we're only going to piss off that dog and not kill it. Tempted to go to the left. Let's see. Let's just see. Okay. This is not as hard as I was afraid it was going to be, but we're definitely not done yet, so it could get worse. Alright. Owlmen resist like dogmen or moosemen. But if you hurt them without killing them, they fly to the front. So be careful! So how does she know their behavior so well? Because she's haunted by the ghost of her grandfather. This family is nothing but possessed people from people of the past, and apparently they all know about the animal creatures. Ugh, goodness. Okay. So if we do to the left, I think we'll... I'm not certain we'll kill both the dogs. Let's try it anyway. I hope this is generous with the reset like it was earlier. Okay, good. Both dogs. And then we'll get Rampage. Oh. Yeah, the beast attack while Elsie tries to reload the rifle, and the machine gun cools down. Although you try to defend yourself, the jaws of a creature close around your neck, and you bleed to death. Okay, good. It's been so generous with the resets. I'm so glad. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. So, left was bad. Let's try right. Because we should be able to kill everything except the Mothmen, and she can theoretically kill it. Okay. Oh. Okay. So then I guess we try the center based on this. And if that doesn't work, then we have to send her to look for people, which I can't imagine is a good idea. I don't know why we would care where anybody went. Alright, it's gonna come to the front. She's gonna have to shoot it. Oh no, the dog's not gonna die. Oh, so we just didn't hit it at all? Oh. Okay. Then let's go to the right and aggro. Not certain this is going to be a good idea. Nope, I keep picking the wrong direction. I'm not certain this is a good idea. Because I think the rabbits are going to kill us now. Yeah. Then let's do that, because it seemed like it didn't reach the moth last time when I did the center. It's just gonna kill us in the middle now. Okay. See, the second I was like, it hasn't actually been that hard. Alright, so center was a good first move. She has to shoot that one. Oh, I hate this. Do we just shoot to the center? No, because then they're gonna be up front. These gosh dang owlmen are throwing everything off. Because now if we shoot to the... No, because I think anything's gonna kill us at the next move. Maybe center is not the right choice, but neither of the other sides seemed good either. Let's try... Let's try the left and see what the rampage does for us. I'm not certain it's going to be enough. Because I think it's not going to go, like, for the weaker. Yeah, fuck. Because now the rabbit's going to eat us. Fuck! You live by the rabbit man, you die by the rabbit man. See, the problem is now I'm starting to forget what I've already tried. So I'm like, did I do this already and it didn't work? And I think I probably did do it already and it didn't work. Because that's just going to piss that off, and then the rabbit's going to come for us. I mean, I guess we can try to go look for somebody, but I'm not sure why that would be a good idea. Because I think that's technically all that we haven't tried. Alright, let's just find out. You shake your head from one side to the other. You know that Lou was the first to leave, and the helplessness eats you up inside. Go look for them, but if we're going to fight here, we fight all together. Oh. What? Really? Okay. I don't want to keep running away. I should be out there and win my Red Badge of Courage. The Red Badge of Courage is the title of that Civil War novel you read and reread over and over again. It tells the story of a Union soldier who flees the battlefield. From that first act of cowardice, the only thing the protagonist longs for is to receive a war wound, the definitive proof that he had become a man. Your Red Badge of Courage? You want a real Red Badge of Courage, Lee? I'm pregnant! She just finally, this is the time to drop that. Your head spins. You find it difficult to organize your thoughts. You are going to be a father? You think of your own father, of all your suffering. I don't know if... I'm a coward, Vic. Lee, did you know that Stephen Crane wrote Red Badge of Courage without ever having set foot on a real battlefield? The first time you saw Lou, you wanted to twist his arm and bring him to his knees. Now, you smile and put an arm on his shoulder, because you're going to choke him. Thanks, Lou. Come out and fight! None of you move. Out, I said. My Red Badge of Courage. Lee, don't. Push, I guess. You push. Elsie rotates her shoulders, and the rifle points at your chest. You hear a shot, and you fall backwards. You die on the spot. Okay, I guess we pull instead. I thought if I pushed her, she'd get away, but you pull, Elsie rotates her shoulders and stumbles. The rifle points at the ceiling. What? You push. Elsie loses her balance. The rifle points at her body. You push and you hear a shot. We killed Grandma. It wasn't Holt's grandmother, Lee. Your hands are shaking. You didn't fire the rifle. However, somehow you'd been able to feel the different endings. Okay, so I should have pulled one of the time. This is... Oh boy. You knew that in one of them Elsie would be shot, and yet you didn't stop. She's alive. They shot me. The resilience of the possessed? You don't know why you're surprised. After all, Holt's grandmother is possessed by your own grandfather, a soldier who fought in the Civil War and was mowed down by a machine gun. The same machine gun whose burst you now hear outside the gas station, tearing apart the creatures not mentioned in any biology textbooks. Eat bullets, you sons of bitches. Apparently he's doing way better on his own. He can logic this out better than I can. Victoria! Now! You don't think about it too much. As Holt fires the Winans machine gun, you run as fast as you can. If you want to survive, you have to get away from there. The only word you can think of to describe what you see is pandemonium. And not only in the traditional sense, a place of noise and confusion, but in the original sense of the word, the place where all demons congregate. Lee tries to make himself heard over the gunfire and the shrieks of the creatures. To your left, Vic. Oh, God. I should have listened to what he said. The creatures catch up and you feel their claws ripping your belly open. Oh, they went straight for your baby. Horror clouds your vision and you lose consciousness. You never wake up again. Wait, what did I think he told me to go to the left? Yeah, to your left. You feel jaws closing not far from your neck. You try to run faster. Get down! You duck down and feel the claws of a creature graze the back of your neck. You keep running. Right! A pigman tries to grab your arm, but you manage to get away. You're almost there. You get in the car and slam the door shut. You hear a knock and you jump in your seat. Let's go, let's go! Lee speeds up, and the pandemonium is soon behind you. You think about Lee's previous car. What a clunker. And now you know how Lee managed to buy a car like this one. Holt told you. Poor Holt. The Leonides, upright beasts, intrafamiliar possession, experimental weapons, the Order of Elves, Men in Black, and Mothmen. There they are, the topics of my next book. You touch your belly. With all that you suffered tonight, Lou's comment seems a bit inappropriate. You travel in silence for a few minutes. Are you alright, Lee? You look a little pale. Lee takes a few seconds to answer. I don't know. Lee scratches his head. I can see things before they happen, Vic. Lou leans forward. It's not that I see the future. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I can see several presents just before they happen. Come on, babe. Victoria. What you're saying, Lee. Have you felt it since the episode you told us with the white light? Lee's hands are tightly clasped on the steering wheel. It's not like I can control it. The first time I felt it was in the struggle with Elsie, and the second when we were running to the car. Lee looks you in the eyes, and suddenly you can feel all his pain. In some of the presents, the creatures, Vic. Lee's voice breaks. The creatures... And he begins to cry. Lay a hand on Lee's shoulder. Let's be nice to him. You can feel him gradually calming down with the contact. He rests his head on your hand and you stroke his cheek. This man is not good at driving. After a few minutes, you remove your hand and settle back into your seat. You look for Lou in the rearview mirror and see him jotting something in his notebook. Lou seems to always be writing in one way or another. You envy his tenacity, and you wonder if maybe that's what it takes to be a writer. Boy, do you think these people who wrote this game think it's really cool to be a writer? Oh boy. Lee steps on the brakes and opens the door on his side. Wait here. What happened? Can you see anything from there? You shake your head. Here he comes. Oh boy. A goat baby? It's hurt, Vic. Babe, I think instead of you having a baby, we should have this goat baby. Although neither of you say anything, you think you know what you have to do. Lee kisses you on the mouth and starts the car. In the back seat, Lou clears his throat. I don't want to be anticlimactic, but the demonization of the god Pan, Satan, as a male goat. You do know that there are records throughout history of bloody wars against goat men, don't you? What the fuck? The end! The end! What? So now Victoria has to have 2 babies? And one of them's a goat? Wow. Wow. I wonder how else that could have ended. That feels like there was definitely some little bits that could have been different. And do they all end with you raising a goat baby? Jesus. Well. You know, lot more other creatures that weren't moths in the Mothmen game. 8 years later! Show me that goat baby. Fuck yes. Not the Men in Black. Why would they wait 8 years? Wouldn't you have like better curtains around your goat baby room? Don't you think you probably have to hide? Yeah, see, don't you think you probably have to hide the goat baby a little better than that? Trophy earned, not just marvelous. The goat nursery. What did that mean? Oh my god. Them bitches really just raised a goat baby. Gallery. Solitaire. You can play the impossible solitaire. I kind of don't know what's the gallery. Oh, I could have made a really inaccurate drawing. That would have been great. Is that it? How do I scroll? None of these seem to want to scroll. Okay, there we go. Lose with 25 or more cards to go. Okay, so I could make a really bad Mothman drawing. Lose with 15, okay. Lose solitaire in increasingly sad ways. Answer properly to an unheard question. Okay, so when my boyfriend was talking and I wasn't paying attention. Die all possible deaths. I didn't die all the deaths I could have. And survive all cryptid waves. Yeah, so I had a feeling there was probably a way to actually keep fighting. But I'm not totally sure what it was. That's crazy. I didn't die all possible deaths. I thought I probably did. All right. Well, I didn't expect goat baby. I didn't expect leg moles. I didn't expect great grandfathers possessing grandma. That was definitely an experience. Thank you for hanging out and watching it with me. I'm going to. So I found out that the game I wanted to start on Sunday apparently is broken as fuck on PlayStation 5. But I do still have 24-hour stream. God, I would die. Like my throat's already like grumpy that I've been talking at all. Um, Sea of Solitude is the game I want to play. So I do still have my PlayStation 4 because I hadn't gotten rid of it yet, which I guess is a good thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my PlayStation 4 and we're going to play Sea of Solitude, which should be fine. I don't think there's anything all that crazy about setting up the stream any different. I used to stream on that thing anyway, and I actually liked the way that it showed the chat better than what PlayStation 5 does. So I'm going to go through way too much trouble to set up so that I can play a game that I should have played years ago. But I'm excited to play it, so I am going to do that on Sunday. Same start time, 11 a.m. Pacific. So if y'all want to come back for that, it'll be happening. But yeah, thanks for hanging out through this. It was way more of an adventure than I expected it to be. But it was good. So I'm going to do the thing I always do where I accidentally take a screenshot instead of ending my stream because I'm very good at streams. All right, goodbye.